And there was also the news of them canceling the survival game they've been working on for 6 years.
Yeah, that's the one that they've been developing for 6 years, and they got defeated by someone trying to rip off Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, if it's taken, if they didn't have the fact that they were just able to cancel it, meaning they didn't have.
Well, it's Microsoft.
I mean, yes, but it's also one of those things of they put that much work into it, and obviously, it wasn't seen like a good end anytime near. They've sunk 6 years of time in development. The game is so far away from being finished. Even after 6 years, it's in the end is nowhere in sight.
Well, it wasn't gonna make money, so why we keep putting money into it?
Hello, welcome back to the First Ask Questions Later. This is episode 11. Surprisingly, we've gotten this far. No
Yes, because he totally just didn't die like 20 seconds ago.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm Initiativ, once again joined here with Jamaican, who is the owner of this YouTube channel.
Am I?
I mean, I assume so.
It's our YouTube channel now.
Oh. Anyway, how have you been?
I have been good, sir. I mean, do you even have to ask how I've been, bro? We spent most of it playing freaking Palworld together.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I know how you've been there, but the viewers would probably like to know.
We've been degenerates in Palworld.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been good. There's certain things I should not say on the podcast.
Wait, what?
No, trust me. If you know what I was going to say, I shouldn't say it.
Dude, that was like the assumption since like day one. You were like the personification of intrusive thoughts.
That's not wrong.
All of the times in Phasmo where it's just like, why did the lights turn off and the ghost start hunting like 5 seconds into the hunt? And then we find out like 10 minutes later, some bozo picked up a freaking voodoo doll and just started squishing.
It's not my fault that Devs put the voodoo doll there for me to touch.
It went from like, if something sus happened, we turn to Squeezle, to if something sus happened, we assume it's Initiative. We don't even
generally
ask.
A good way to look at it. Generally a good way to do it.
And then sometimes something happens and you just hear a hit in the background.
Well, that's not wrong.
Or like, I didn't do anything. And then this is where then I gotta get the soundboard or the why the fuck you lying.
Yeah, you probably do need that.
But yes, I saw you were also doing some game maker. You were showing me some stuff and things yesterday.
Yeah, I've just been messing around with it, seeing how it works.
How's that been? You enjoying the coding life? You enjoying it? Huh?
It's been interesting.
Was it everything you hoped and dreamed of?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Well, you're the first. The best part about it is I warned you beforehand, right? Because he had a conversation like, I'm tempted to try Game Maker. Should I try it? Because I used to use it when I was a wee little tyke, right? And I'm just like, look, it might look like rainbows and sunshine, but there's gonna be some things that you're not gonna enjoy. And I warned him about the code breaking.
Yeah.
And not knowing what broke the code. And sitting there going, well, surely I thought, well, if I test this, if I change this and double check this and blah, 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 it should work. And then you find out you just left out a semicolon and you put the wrong one in.
Yeah. Yep.
I warned him about that. Lo and behold, I go away for the weekend. Come back and he's showing me what he's done. Hasn't even been a week. It hasn't even been a week. It's like an initiation, dude. It's like the tutorial mission. That's it, you know.
Yeah. God damn it.
But has the stuff that you've been trying to get to work been working fine, or are you still?
Like the stuff I've been I'm following tutorials, but I mean, it. I find like it's got like a. There's two different coding options. It has like the plug and play option where you click and drag the stuff, and I found that more confusing than just the actual coding part.
I mean, you need to know how each thing actually works to be able to do that. It's probably like easier when you've done it plenty of times
Probably,
before.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I've done a little bit of like tried coding in the past, but it never really stuck to it.
I have
And
done way too much compared to the average person, but I'm okay with not having to do it for the rest of my life.
that's fair. But yeah, I mean, like, it's interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything like serious with it. It's just to see how it is. But
You know what's
I
crazy
mean,
though? You actually tempted me to try and do it now because I've seen like the UI for it, and it's actually like this doesn't make my eyes hurt and make me want to like just smash my head into a wall.
yeah.
Just keep in mind, back in the day, it didn't have a dark mode. Like everything was white background.
Oh, ew.
So,
Like, okay. Yeah, yeah. That would be a yeah.
right, this might sound like a really dumb question, but what do you even make?
What do you mean?
Like, what were you trying to make in Game Maker?
No, I wasn't trying to make anything. I was just like trying to like because I've got maps that I've made from D&D. So I was
Yeah.
just using those and then using a stick figure that I like
Well, you're
drew
just
in like
trying to get
half a
him to walk
second.
around the room and stuff.
Yeah, I was just like testing stuff like that, just to see how it worked. I mean, I got it to move around, but yeah, that's about it. I didn't go any further than that.
It's a slippery slope, dude. It's a slippery slope.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
Palworld.
yeah.
You were
Oh
streaming
well.
to me yesterday. You were streaming Yu-Gi-Oh to me yesterday while I was playing Palworld, and I was kind of like zoned out because I was focusing on like doing stuff in my base.
Yeah.
Like you were sitting there playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and you're just like, "What should I do?" And I'm just like freaking blazed, bro. I'm just sitting there like, "Why is this guy not going into his little workstation thing? I've thrown him in there like 17 times already. I'm tempted to
Yeah.
like just put him out back and show him the rabbits. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's. I mean, pretty much everyone's playing it right now. Like, I look at my Steam friend list right now. 17 people were playing it today. So like, it's pretty
Yeah.
popular considering pretty much half my friends list is people from Lost Ark and the other half is people from Dota. So
Yeah. I mean, like, a lot of like a lot. I don't know. I was gonna get it whether it was a meme game or not because I've been following it for a while. But the fact it's actually pretty good and it holds itself fairly separate from like Pokemon.
I mean, I think it kind of
But
helped that it wasn't overhyped. I think everyone expected
yeah,
it to be a meme, and it was the complete opposite. It was actually pretty flushed out, and that's what made it
yeah,
even better because it is still a meme, but it's also like a functioning game on its own.
yeah,
Because if it was
yeah.
like a cyberpunk situation and it was like the quality that came out with, it would be like a meme in like a bad sort of way.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, I don't know what I've been enjoying more, actually playing the game or seeing the people complain about it.
I mean, they're both fairly both
Yeah,
enjoyable.
that's what I'm saying.
So
I can't work out which one I enjoy more right now.
yeah, I'm just happy that it's actually fun.
Yeah, it's kind of sad when like it's been such a long time since you played a fun game that you you're kind of happy that you get to experience that feeling again. Like there's something bittersweet about that.
Yeah, like I mean, when there's a sea of garbage and there's like that one like that one treasure,
Yeah,
like
yeah. I mean, you had a little bit more than I did because you had Baldur's Gate 3, so
Yeah, I mean, I still need to finish that.
like for me, I've been
But yeah,
sitting here just doing Chaos Dungeons, like mining away, chipping away at my sanity or what's left of it.
yeah.
Like, it's made me want to play other things.
I mean, like, but that's a good thing though. Like,
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I think it is. Wanting to actually play more things, keeping that variety up. Good.
Yeah, I don't know. I eat plain rice by itself kind of person. So to say that I'm boring is probably a very flashy way of describing my taste in games. But the fact that like Power Words made me want to play Tarkov and like I tried Outer Worlds and it makes me want to play like other games as well.
How was that? What was your experience with that? I want to.
I really enjoyed it, dude. I really enjoyed
Yeah,
Tarkov and I really enjoyed Outer Worlds. Like when I played Tarkov, it was enjoyable for me and I
yeah,
want to play more of it. I just don't have the time. And Outer Worlds was really
yeah.
enjoyable. I just don't have the time.
Huh. I mean, that's bad.
Like
Are you going to end up streaming more Outer Worlds, or are you keeping it?
I want to stream some more Outer Worlds, maybe like on Wednesday when all stock servers are down. Because it's either
Yeah,
that or I was gonna play some more Tarkov, but I don't want to play Tarkov solo. So if
yeah,
like, like if you weren't on, I would have just jumped into Outer Worlds because I was expecting to play with other people, and you know,
yeah,
but they weren't on because life.
yeah,
But Outer Worlds was actually surprisingly fun. It was like it was weird because it didn't take itself very seriously. Like the
yeah,
world was kind of like dark and sort of. It wasn't sort of terrible. It was just horrible. Like people were just dicks to each other. Like there was a crazy
yeah,
old granny lady that cut people off for fertilizer, and then there was
yeah,
a corporate dude that was like abusing. He was essentially playing Power World with different graphics. It was just forcing people to work like way
yeah,
more than they should, and people like literally dying, and he wasn't giving them medication and stuff like that. And you have to pick which
yeah.
one of the two you want to save.
Huh.
But I just ended up killing both of them, and then because my ship needed a power battery, so I had to take a power battery for one of them, right, to save my ship. But I figured, well, if I get rid of both of them, that's two power batteries. So I have a power battery thingy, whatever, and I have a spare one in case the first one goes,
Mm.
And the game didn't
Yeah,
really punish me for doing that. It kind of just lets me do whatever I feel like doing. So,
yeah.
but I think it was made by the same people who made New Vegas, and
It is.
apparently
Yeah,
New Vegas was really really good. So I'm not surprised that it's surprisingly as polished as it is.
yeah.
Considering it came out like
Mm,
a reasonable while ago.
yeah, I played it when it first came out on Game Pass. I didn't really enjoy it because it felt like I was just playing Fallout again. I didn't want to play Fallout again at the time.
But did you finish it?
No, I got off the first world and I was done.
So am I further than where you were at or not?
Yeah, I think you are.
Oh.
Yeah, it felt too much like Fallout to me. Like for me,
See, the thing is, I never really
like
played Fallout, so I because like the only Fallout that I played, I think, was Fallout 3, and it just felt like it dragged too much because like the graphics was there was I think there was probably three colors in Fallout 3. It's like that weird
yeah,
brown, that weird brownish green, and that weird greenish brown, and that was it.
yeah, yeah. That's Fallout 3.
Whereas Outer Worlds is a little bit more colorful. Like the world, like the different areas actually
Yeah,
look like different
different.
environments.
Yeah,
So I kind of want to finish it because it's gonna take a while to finish because it feels like Mass Effect level of story, but I don't know, just giving something to do when I don't feel like doing other stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to enjoy every game, but yeah, I mean, at, at least you enjoy it though.
I mean, I wouldn't keep playing if I didn't enjoy it.
That's
Like
true.
Dragon Age was kind of smudge. it,
Yeah.
it felt a little. It was already starting to feel a little too woke for me,
Oh, yeah.
which is weird considering like you compare it to Outer Worlds, where like pretty much every female character has like a mohawk Karen cut. So yeah, I don't know. It was just something too safe about Dragon Age. It didn't feel like Dragon Age anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from that, we pretty much reached like the point in Palworld where it's like grindy.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I kind of just want to stream Power like every so often when we're doing cool shit or when we want to try doing cool shit.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, no one wants to see like watch someone hit freaking all rocks for 3 hours. Like if they wanted
Yeah.
to watch that, they'd probably just go watch someone play Minecraft.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
But I do want to do like a hardcore attempt at Power at some point with my own little spin on it and some other
Yeah.
experiments. Because I feel like the game has it's weird. It has like some sort of strange longevity to it. I don't know how to explain it properly. Like you know when Minecraft first came out and there was like that weird feeling. Like did you ever get that weird feeling with Minecraft where it felt like it was gonna stay for a very long time?
Yeah.
Like even when it was in like alpha beta, it just
Yeah.
felt like there was so much that hadn't gone yet that it's gonna be around for a while. I feel like Palworld's like that next step. Even if it turns into like a PUBG where it's a stepping stone to like another genre.
Yeah.
But I feel like that kind of the way that they've done things is gonna potentially breed a new style of because I don't know how people I feel like some people are gonna mix like RP into it or some shit and
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I could see them. I could see people doing that.
I just hope Nintendo like let's be honest, Nintendo is gonna screw this up somehow. I just hope they screw it up in such a way that it doesn't impact our fun significantly.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Like that's all I hope for. Because I know something's gonna happen, but I just hope it doesn't. You know, like I don't want Nintendo to be the fun police. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But Nintendo's gonna Nintendo though. So.
Nintendo's gonna do something stupid. It's just it's kind of like every time a Lost Ark updates happen, it's like what's gonna break this time? Because you know something is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fine because if that happens, Stormgate's coming out soon, so my body is ready. I'm super
When is
excited.
that like when is the next fest thing they're doing that's gonna like for this riot?
When's the what?
The Steam Next Fest? Like when you can try
No
the
idea.
demos?
I'm the worst person to ask when it comes to dates, dude. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow. Like,
Fair.
actually, I do know what I'm
Fair.
going to be doing tomorrow. I'm going to try and attempt to edit this podcast tomorrow or today.
Oh, makes sense.
See?
Okay. That will be February 5th
Yeah,
when
February
we can
5th was
play.
also when it's supposed to be out for us, right?
This is like it's a wait on the word. It's essentially a demo that we can try with Stormgate.
Yeah, but I
Like
thought
next day.
the was it Patreon or was it a Kickstarter thing? Like the Kickstarter backers get access to it on February 5th.
No, that's when Steam Next Fest starts and when we can try Stormgate. But
I don't know,
there's
man.
early access. Anyway,
Is it
but yeah,
early access
we
or
can
beta?
try it. It just says early access. No, no. Steam Next Fest. Essentially, like we get to play the game for 6 days.
Yeah.
A week.
That's what I mean. Like, keeps me occupied if Nintendo do something sus within the next week. Because
Yeah.
after that week, Lost Ark's gonna get Extreme Vaulting, I think. So there's gonna be something there. And then on top of that, I mean, like as you said, I still have Outer Worlds, and then there's still a chance for like shenanigans and Tarkov to happen. And then we have like D&D
Yeah.
potentially starting up again soon because
Yeah.
Squeezel said
Squeezel
she
getting
came
back.
back today. So
So I've got to actually start putting stuff together for that.
you're gonna be a busy boy, aren't you?
Yeah. I've got to, because I remember what we were up to. I was gonna, yeah,
I remember you
do
had
that.
stuff like set aside that you were excited for us to get to, and then we delayed and like did useless shit enough that we didn't get to it.
Yes, you did.
You were kind of stoked.
Yeah.
And I said it as a joke, but I didn't expect us to actually delay that long.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not like you have to, start from scratch and come up with new stuff. You already
That is
have like,
true. That is true.
but
But
that doesn't mean you should procrastinate.
no, yeah, I know. I've been thinking of a lot of small things, of like a lot of small plot points that I can add for later on. Actually, trying to figure out of when they happen is another question. But I do have things planned for like later on down the line.
I just remember
It's
I was
just
streaming. I'm just like, we had D&D the next day, and I was saying that. It's like initiative. So you got any? So how's the D&D come along? And it always is like, oh shit.
yeah. Gosh, yeah.
That was too good. Like 2 minutes later, so I just started.
Yep. Oh god, that was a yeah. I remember that.
Dude, that was so funny, man. That was actually so funny. It's like it's times like that where it's just like it'd be cool to DM my own campaign, but I know for a fact that I'd be worse than that because like you've seen how distracted I get in Palworld. Could you imagine? Could you imagine me DMing a campaign and I have to get stuff like organized and stuff like that? It's like, oh look, there's
Yeah.
food downstairs.
Also, I just want to say that those lift monk effigies just appearing out of nowhere for you.
Dude, I'm just blinded. It's old age. It's old age, dude. The 30s are coming. The 30s are coming, dude. It's over. My best years are behind me now. It's just my back's going. I'm making weird crunchy noises every time I like lie down or sit down. Like
Oh,
it's not looking good. It's Jova, boys. It's Jova.
oh god. But I mean, I think you'd be fine if you end the campaign.
I
I think
don't.
you would be.
So on the weekend, I like sat down and I made a noise that was very loud that I hadn't heard before. It was kind of scary. It like cracked in a certain way that I've never heard it crack before, and I'm just like, did I break a rib or do I have any ribs left?
Yeah.
And like the missus is just like, come on, Grandpa, come on, Mister, you're so crunchy. Let's get you to bed.
Oh,
Like,
oh god. Oh,
I
shit.
tried to bath the cat the other day, like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I couldn't like bend down and hold the cat in the bathtub for like more than a minute without my body being like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like we finished bathing the cat, and then I had to go lie down for like 2 hours.
Oh, oh god.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
You'll be fine.
No, I won't be fine. But it's a seaplane, so
Yeah. True.
yeah, I'm gonna be the next Captain Crunch. Like,
You'll be fine.
I'm just picturing myself like going to a chiropractor sometime in the future, and she's gonna be like sitting in the waiting room outside, and it's gonna sound like the chiropractor's just playing bubble wrap in the back the entire time.
I was gonna say, but
That's what it's gonna sound like, with moans of pain just mixed in every so often.
oh god. Fucking hell. But yeah.
That's not looking good. Getting Old would not recommend. 0 out
Yeah, I
of
wouldn't
5
recommend it
stars.
either. Yeah.
On the plus side, though, my pee is clear most of the time, so I'm staying pretty hydrated. So, like, we've got to balance it out somehow.
Okay. Oh. Anyway.
Right, on to the next topic before we make it too awkward.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, what is the next topic?
That's what I'm thinking. What is it? What is it? Um, I mean, there hasn't really been too much going on recently. Just mainly just Palworld, and more Palworld.
Our drama. I mean, Diablo got a new season.
Yeah, it did.
Is it enough to qualify as a new season, or is it just like a 0.5?
It's like a 0.5, maybe a
Is
0.6.
is it like Windows back in the day where every second update was everyone kind of just ignored?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Oh god, yeah. I wish. Okay, so the season started out not good, but by that point, but
Wait, which season are we talking about here?
season 3,
Oh, I thought we
the
were talking about
current
all
season.
of them.
Nah. I'm just specifically talking about this season. Hey, season 2 was actually pretty good with the vampire villain. That was actually pretty good. But
Yeah,
this one,
but like the first week of season 2 was also a shit show because half the things weren't working, right?
okay, season 3. I mean, like, not that things weren't working, it's that things weren't fun in like the start of this season, and then like they patched things so that essentially they just patched it to be more rewarding, like to drop more loot and people are happy. So, I mean,
Yeah, but
yeah,
like, what's the difference between dropping 5 commons and 1 common?
it's more loot. You see more things pop up on the screen. More loot make brain happy.
I don't see how that would make me feel better.
It makes a difference. It really does. I mean, it's just more loot I'm dismantling, but it's still more loot.
Maybe I'm just different because I'm desensitized to loot because of Chaos Dungeons, but or maybe I'm just
When
salty
every
because they
drop
nerfed
could be
Fate
good.
Embers. But like, I feel like more loot is a solution, isn't it? Like, didn't they have the problem that some of the what's the whatever the I don't know what the legendary or whatever it's called. Wasn't like some of them just useless?
I mean, yeah, but that's going to be in most ARPGs. Like that's like it's like the same as like Path of Exile. Like 99.99% of the loot you pick up is being fucking dismantled or sold.
Yeah, that's kind of why I stopped playing Path of Exile because it's just like I didn't want to keep reading text all over the screen, even with a loot filter, and then...
It's like Borderlands. 99% of the loot you're just not going to bother picking up.
Yeah, but Borderlands has way more problems than the loot.
That is also true, yes.
Borderlands' main problem is it's become a parody of itself. Or it's become a parody of what it thinks it's itself.
Yeah. But, like, I'm just saying, like, that's with any action RPG. Most of the loot's useless, and when you do get that loot up, like that gear upgraded,
Why do you... I don't understand how people play that, though. Like, that's what confuses me about Diablo, and how I never really got into it. Is like the whole looting system. Right? Because if you say it's more rewarding, right? And the more rewarding part is just add more loot. Then what happens if people get like used to the amount of loot and then that's not rewarding to them? Do you just add more loot?
Yes. Pretty much.
Because then eventually it turns into PoE where it's just text on the screen.
Yes, and people like that.
Dude, people are weird, man. That's coming from me, dude. People are
like in
weird.
Borderlands, it's called the loot explosion. You kill a boss and just fucking loot explosion.
I don't actually like that though. I like the stuff that's useful.
Yeah.
I feel like the loot explosion in Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2 was better because like when you saw the legendary drop or whatever it was called and like because you had like the orange and the dark orange and the other orange in Borderlands 2, right?
Yeah.
You could always use that weapon. It was always decent. Whereas, like, in the new Borderlands, you get one of them and it's just like, what is this shit? And then you just dismantle it anyway because it sells for more than a purple piece.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know how we got those keys? We got, like, 9 of those keys for free. I opened 9 boxes. I got nothing useful. And they were all, like, orange and stuff.
Yeah, that's how Borderlands, like, 1 and 2 were towards the end of it.
Yeah, but isn't Diablo, like, the same thing? Like, you just add more loot, but, like, if it's still useless, then it's shit.
Not, I mean, yes and no, because, like, if a legendary drops, it has, like, its legendary effect. And it has, like, a number it can roll between the legendary effect. So you then, like, if you get a good roll on it, you can take that legendary effect and apply it to another item that you've got that's, like, has good stats on it. So there's, like, ways of, like, you can target farm certain items. And, like, there's ways to limit.
But do you run, like, all legendaries? Or do you actually mix and match between, like,
you do. In Diablo, you will run all legendaries on you.
Because like I know in some like mobile, I know this is probably like a bad comparison, but like, I know some mobile games like the epic stuff is actually better. Like you usually like run 1 or 2 legendary or whatever mythic whatever it's called, and then you mix it with like the tier below because the tier below is easier to upgrade and it's more like it's easy to get your build going, but it's
PoE does that. Like,
yeah, like that's what I was noticing in PoE is like every time I looked at the build guides, it was like you run 1 or 2 of the legendaries and then the rest is like the tier below it.
Yeah, like Diablo's kind of the same. It's the same, but it's also not the same. Like you can get a good base item that's rolled, like you can get a yellow item, the rare items, and like if you get a really good roll on it, you can take the legendary power off like a crappy legendary, it had roll crappy stats, but it had a really good legendary stat. You can take that legendary stat and put it onto the rare item and upgrade that to legendary. It's
that dude.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it took me to work out what +5 and +3 was?
What's that for?
Like +5, +3, and then the engravings of Lost Ark. There was no way in hell I'm gonna work that shit out.
Oh.
Like when I was playing PoE and I was trying to look up builds, I just click shit that looked cool.
I don't know.
and it works surprisingly well. But that's probably because I had someone to carry me when it came to DPS, which is basically just me in every game in general, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, see, I grew up on RPGs with like lots of loot, and
Yeah.
like, like for you, you were like the
Like
RTS sort of player.
RTS and like stuff that lonely people played.
I wouldn't say lonely people, but
I would
like,
say I would say lonely people because I was lonely at the time. I played freaking Putt Putt's Great Adventure, all right, and not just once, 17 times. When
okay,
I could have been playing Diablo like the cool kids. No, I just didn't play
yeah,
Diablo because I probably didn't. I didn't have a PC that could run it back in the day. Dude,
yeah,
the laptop that I played Red Alert on was a couple of blocks into Struggle Town, just trying to run that shit.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember like you know when you play on a laptop and you rest your wrist near
yeah,
the trackpad.
yeah.
I remember like my wrist being on fire and I just tolerated it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh,
Never really
God.
got into it. I just don't understand Diablo to me. Like it's weird because I've played like I had 500 plus hours in Diablo 3 and I
Yeah.
played a decent amount of Path of Exile. I don't know, maybe my brain's just not wired for it. Like there's a certain
Yeah.
level of optimizing your character that's acceptable, and then there's just like if I have to if I have to pull up numbers and calculate, it's just like no, I don't want to. I didn't do math in school in year 12. I didn't like it. It's not that I couldn't do it. I just didn't like it. So like if it's more
Yeah.
than 10, it's too complicated.
Oh, God.
Like you know how some people can calculate like percentages, like if I get this
Yeah.
stat, blah 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 blah, and then it's like a 3% damage increase, and I'm just like, sure. Whereas I'm more like, is this good or bad? Is good? Okay, let's do it, boy.
It's a little bad.
So I don't know. But surely it's not just the loot that was the problem.
I mean, that was like the main part, but like the the seasonal companion, the Seneschal, it's essentially might as well have not been there. It took way too long to upgrade it, and it did practically no damage. Essentially, they just made it easier to upgrade it, and it did
But
more
didn't they
damage.
say before that they wouldn't make it take so long to upgrade shit in the future? Like
Yeah,
they didn't. Would
yes, they did.
They said something along the lines that it wouldn't take as long to progress in the future or something.
That was with leveling, which they did like make a lot
Yeah, but I thought
easier.
that it wasn't just leveling. I thought it was just in general.
They might have, but I only remember that for the level. They could have said it on the general. But yeah, I mean, like they made it easier. Like that's another thing. Like with the more loot, you get more of the things you need to upgrade it. So
Yeah,
it makes the pet a lot better.
I guess, but like, I don't know if are they balancing the game based on the people who like no life it, or are they balancing the game on people who play like 3 hours a week?
Uh, there's both. That's a harder one to go for because like if someone no lives it, they're gonna know like the perfect stat rolls and everything.
Yeah, to
Which I
me, if
mean,
someone no life it, I don't give a shit. Because if you no life it and I make stuff that's not for you, then it doesn't matter because you'll find something else to no life.
yeah. I
Like,
mean, it's fair. I mean, most like casuals that play 3 hours, like they get at most like in 2 3 hours a day to play it. I mean, like yeah. I mean, like if they kind of know what they're doing, they'll be fine. But if it's like a brand new person and they just see all the loot like all the loot with the different numbers on it, I could definitely see them getting
yeah, but I feel
overwhelmed.
like it takes a very specific type of individual anyway to start playing Diablo. Like, there's a certain like mental
Yes, that is
handicap
also
or
true.
whatever that you need to be like, yes, I wanna play Diablo. Like,
That that is also true. Yes.
Like there seems to be a pattern. Like when Diablo got announced, there was a certain pattern of archetype of people saying that they're going to take a X amount of days off of work to play Diablo. Like like it's already
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
one step away from being a cult.
And that's just that cult is called ARPGs, and it's not limited to just Diablo. It's like Diablo, Path of Exile, all games like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just never got into it. I don't understand it. Like I like the idea of iterating and improving, but I don't
Yeah,
like the idea of iterating, improving with no end goal. If that makes sense.
yeah.
Like there's
I
no
mean,
finish line, so it's kind of like, what's the point of doing this if I'm never actually gonna be like, if I'm never actually gonna be done? It's like a perpetual loop. Like this is basically me signing a contract to being a slave to Diablo, which I feel like is what's happening to like the 40-year-old dudes that have been playing it since day one.
and that's what they like. That's what they enjoy. So it's
Well, that's what they think they enjoy, but they've been conditioned to.
eh, it's what they enjoy. So there's no reason to.
Yeah. But are those the guys that are gonna like no life it, or are those the guys who are gonna play casually? Are those guys who are transitioning to playing it casually and are complaining because they can't no life it anymore?
I mean, that's going to be with anyone, like like anyone that no laughs. If they get to a point where it's like, oh, I've done everything in the game. I have the best gear. What next? And then they just go. Then they start complaining. If that happens with any like live service game.
Yeah, but are the people like no? That's what I'm saying. Like, are the people who are complaining the people who are doing everything and being done and complaining about nothing to do, or the people who are complaining like the people who can't get to any of the stuff because it takes too long?
A little bit of both. But there's
Wait,
also
how do you screw up both ends of the spectrum? What do
yeah.
you
There's also the other the other issue is that they pushed back the leaderboards by about 2 weeks or a month.
They're back. They push back the what?
The leaderboards that they were going to add.
Well, like from a
Uh,
competitive setting.
yeah, it was like they're going to like reset every season. But yeah, it's like well, essentially the leaderboards is a set dungeon that people can go through. It'll have the same layout every time you go through it, and it's just essentially time trials essentially.
So it's just a way to flex a title that doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, pretty much. And
Because
people love
you
that
know
stuff.
how how many 30-plus-year-olds love them titles that don't mean anything.
Yeah, it's EP.
I don't think it's EP anymore. It's I don't know. It's Diablo's not pay to win, right? At
No,
least
no, it's not.
I mean, if like Diablo 4, but it's like the Avatar. We don't talk. It's like the Avatar live action. We don't talk about it anymore, except for like maybe in a few weeks with the Netflix one.
Oh, I mean that actually kind of looks decent, to be
Well,
honest.
I mean, the fact that they
What they've
say
shown.
Aang instead of Ong, then yeah.
Oh, oh, save me, oh. But yeah, um, but yeah, I mean, like, people are going to complain no matter what, even if
I
they,
just don't understand how you could have it just confuses me so much how you could have such a dedicated, long, deep rooted fan base. And you can consistently piss them off and disappoint them on the regular. But yet
yeah.
somehow they still come back to play it. And every single time they come back, they get disappointed. It's like
You
God
can say that about any Blizzard game.
I know it's crazy. It's
Just the Blizzard
actually
fans in general.
mind-boggling to me, right?
Blizzard's that X they always go back to, even though you know you shouldn't.
Yeah, it's like it's like digital crack. It's so
Yeah,
weird. I wonder if
yeah,
they did,
it
I
is.
wonder if they've done like a scientific study on that or not. Like if there's like so many subliminal in-game practices that they've just seeded into their games over the years to like create some sort of dependency on their games in like middle-aged men. And just to see the statistics for that, if that's actually a thing.
Yeah, loot on having loot on the screen. It releases dopamine. The more loot, the more dopamine.
But Overwatch didn't really have that in the games though. I think
No,
Overwatch was an outlier because that was more like the other stuff, you know.
Overwatch, Overwatch was its own thing. Apart from like the Rule 34 stuff and the
You know, the
I
crazy
mean,
thing is that stuff is gonna last longer than the game.
yeah,
That to me is the funniest shit ever. Like,
yeah, it'll always be there. It'll
could
never
you
leave
imagine
that
like
place.
10 years time that's still getting updates, but the actual game isn't? Like that's crazy, dude.
That would that would be hilarious.
Like they have a
Like,
roadmap for that shit in like 10 years time, but there's no roadmap for like an Overwatch game.
oh god, yeah. As long as Overwatch keeps putting out characters that can be Rule 34 easily, that game will stay alive.
Is that the transition though? Is that the Bobby transition? They just make an R18 plus game using like Blizzard IP characters. Is that how they make maximum? Is
Probably.
that maximum revenue?
I mean, characters that can be um
I mean, any
counted for that.
character can be if you try hard enough. We know this.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Hmm. Yeah, but
Because
it
like, what happens if Blizzard Stonk goes down even worse? Because didn't they lay off like a whole bunch of people?
yeah, but that was all that was like to be like you can see it coming though, because one of the first things you do when you buy a company is fucking let a shit ton of people go try and
Yeah, but
like,
then there was like some people like Mike Ibarra and other like how does that
yeah,
play into things? Because does that mean that they
they
weren't doing anything, or does that mean there's some sussy shit going on that they didn't like and they left?
Mark Barra and that Alan, like whatever the other guy's name is, they left voluntarily. You can probably see that as them not having faith in the company anymore.
Yeah, but
But I
like, didn't
mean,
he just say like a month ago that he's gonna be in there for the long haul and they're gonna have to like drag him out of?
yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
So like, that to me is already a red flag. Because wasn't he one of the
Yeah,
guys that people actually liked?
kind of. I mean, people kind of liked Mike. This Alan guy I'd never heard of. He was like the in charge of like creative design or something. One reason that title,
See,
like
I
head of
get
game
worried
design.
when it's people I've never heard of, like they say he's been there for a very long time and he's voluntarily leaving. Because like with Blizzard, this guy's voluntarily leaving now, but he's survived all the drama and shit before that, which means
Yeah,
one of two things: they didn't find him, didn't find out any of the sussy stuff he did before, but now they caught up on it, or there's even more sussy stuff going on, and he's just like, look, I can't go like round two, I'm out.
yeah.
Like that's
I
how
mean,
I
yeah.
see like that's the like the signal going off for me, right?
Like, what exactly was that dude's position? Was oh god, what was that dude's name? Uh, I'm I'm blank on the dude's name. It was Alan something,
Yeah,
and then
something.
he
It's
was
not the other Alan dude, the one that says like you he already left, didn't he?
yeah. What was his position?
I can't. I think he was like one of the co-founders, right? Which
Uh,
is another
Alan
reason
Adams.
why, like, why I was concerning, because it's like one of the co-founders. No, he was
Uh,
there when Blizzard was good, so that's kind of like,
yeah,
I mean, I guess we only have to wait and see. Probably it's probably not gonna make a lot of money, and then they're probably gonna shut it down, and then we're gonna be like, oh, that's sad, and then people are gonna be sad for like a day, and then they're gonna send thoughts and prayers, and then we're gonna move on. But like,
yeah, pretty much.
I feel like they can't keep up though. Like it just takes them too long to come up with shit. Like it takes them too long to. I don't know if it takes them too long to identify the problem. It just takes them too long to come up with a way to address the problem that will make everybody, including the board, blah 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 blah, happy. And then they kind of just stagnate. Whereas like you get an indie dev and there's a problem, he's just like, all right, I'll fix it, and then he fixes it in the next week or next couple of weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Alan Adams' position was vice president and chief designer. He was. So, I mean, like any design issues in any games would have gone through him. But I mean,
So how's he stayed there for that long if everyone's been complaining about it for so many years?
yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Because
I
the
mean,
other thing that's
like,
interesting to me is when other people leave, like Blizzard, for example. Like the guy
yeah,
who first made Hearthstone, he leaves Blizzard and then makes was it Marvel Snap?
yeah,
And I looked at Marvel Snap, and originally I'm just like, this is gonna be one of those cheap, like it's Marvel but it's not Marvel kind of things.
yeah,
But then I hear other people say it's actually really good.
yeah. A lot of people I talk about it say it's really fun.
So if the good people, so it seems to me like a lot of the good people have already like moved on, started their own stuff. Like you look at Frost Giant making Stormgate and stuff like that, and then there was
Yeah,
the other one that was there was another group that was making their own MMO or something. I think
yeah. It's like
it's
one with Ghost Crawler and
yeah,
the other
yeah.
guys.
When you see that happening, it's just like what is actually left over. Like it's just is it just like a cesspool of roaches trying to outroach each other? Like
Probably.
because if when was the last time they actually made something objectively good that lasted longer than a month? Like,
Overwatch.
how do you go from a company that every time they drop something, everyone loses their shit? It's instant W. You can't go
Yeah,
wrong. To like, well, we'll come back in a couple of weeks and see if it's still okay. Like, how does that happen?
yeah. And there was also the news of like them like canceling the survival game which they've been working on for
Yeah,
6 years.
the one that they've been developing for 6 years, and they got defeated by someone trying to rip off Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, like if it's taken like if they didn't have the fact that they were just able to cancel it, and meaning they didn't have and like
Well, it's Microsoft. They'll just do whatever they want because it's
I mean,
Microsoft.
yes, but it's also one of those things of like they put that much work into it, and obviously it wasn't seeing like an like a good end anytime near, and after
Well, it wasn't going to make
six
money, so why we keep putting money into it if it's not going to make money?
I mean, there's also that, but also it's like they've sunk 6 years of time in like time and development. I mean, there's that like, they're not going to make money from it, or the game is so far away from being finished. That even after 6 years, it's in like the end is nowhere in sight.
I mean, if you look at the systems they're putting in WoW and the systems they're putting in Diablo, yeah, no shit, that's going to happen. They can't even sort out the games that are quite finished.
Yeah,
Like, how are they going to sort out the system and stuff to make it fun and rewarding for players and stuff that hasn't even been finished yet and hasn't been out there in the thing? Because I thought Overwatch was supposed to be an MMO originally, and then they changed it to a shooter.
yeah, it was going to be like Project Titan or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cancelled.
So that's kind of weird. Like, maybe it's the same MMO that they've been working on, right? But it just has it just changed different names, and they just can't
Yeah,
get they
yeah,
just can't get another like to me, if they can't work out how to fix WoW, they can't make another MMO.
I mean, this
If
wasn't going
that
to be an MMO. It was going to be survival. I mean,
open world survival is basically an MMO with role playing.
was it open world survival? Because all I heard was just survival.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be an open world survival. And let's be honest, open world survival isn't doing too hot either. Because like, what are our options for open world survival? We have Rust, which is good if you have a private server.
Yeah.
Rip your ears if you go on a public server.
Mm.
And then what else? Ark? But
I mean, technically, Ark would be open world survival. So would Palworld.
yeah, but Palworld just came out, and Palworld's doing well because it actually is doing something that, like, something simple
Subnautica
that
was
hasn't
open
really
world.
been done before, and is actually fun. And then on top of
Subnautica's
that, the devs are
technically open
actually
world survival.
communicating and listening to the players.
Yeah.
Like, there's a chance that they add something like the Ichthyornis or like the seagull things or like the pegos and stuff like that later on, where you just randomly get freaking RKO'd off your mount, and
Yeah.
then it goes downhill from there. But I don't think, you know, like the way I see Power right is they keep making updates that are kind of okay, but not crazy, and then people just lose interest and move on, right? But that's not the game being bad. It's just people like because I'd say they're gonna lose probably half their player base in the next month or so because the hype's gone. So unless they can do like a Fortnite and ride that wave for like a lot longer, because Fortnite rode that wave for like 2 something years straight. Like pretty much everything Fortnite did for 2 years was W's, like straight W's. But like it's
Yeah.
gotten to the point now where even Fortnite's hitting that wall where people are losing interest.
I mean, that's
Well,
with
I
any game that's lasted a while.
well yeah, it's a game,
Just other
right?
things.
Like you can't play the same game over and over again without getting bored of it. And if you do, then you're borderline psychopathic.
Yeah.
But the problem with games nowadays is they force you to play them. That they punish you for like taking a break and then coming back. And I feel like
Yeah.
in the future going forward, the games where you could just play it now, have fun with it, and then pick it back up later. Like say for example, like Baldur's Gate 3 and stuff like that. You can just play that, have your fun with it, enjoy the experience, go do something else, and then it's like come back. It's like I want to try this again, and then you can just play it all over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like we don't have enough of those, and it's becoming quite clear that those kind of games like Vampire Survivors and stuff like that, like Vampire Survivors, the hype for Vampire Survivors kind of died off pretty reasonably. But then you
Yeah.
download Vampire Survivors in a week from now, and I can guarantee you're losing 3 hours of your life minimum for the next week before you start playing it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's like value in those kind of games where, like say for example, Palia. I haven't logged into Palia for like a week. I don't feel bad for not logging in. I actually want to like next week log into it. Like on the weekend, I'm gonna, degen Palia with the missus.
Yeah.
Whereas like if I log
Yeah.
into like Lost Ark, it feels bad because It's like, oh, I have all these dailies that I have to do. I haven't done my raids. I haven't done this, and it's just like I'm not logging on because I want to. I'm logging on because I feel like I have to, and that already puts you in a bad state of mind as far as enjoying yourself is concerned.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the easy solution is just stop giving a shit and play whatever you want, which is what I've been doing. So
Yeah.
do you reckon the new season's gonna last very long, or is it already dead on arrival because everyone's blowing it
I
up?
mean, I mean, to a lot of people, it's dead on arrival. Like a lot of people are like first impressions of a season, then they don't play it again.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're always gonna have the people that stick through for like most. Like I'm still enjoying this. Like I'm enjoying the season at the moment.
But do you have any goals for this season or not?
Not really. I'm just playing because
You're just
I
playing it
enjoy
until
it.
you just don't feel like it anymore?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I
Like
don't
I'm not.
understand how the season work. Like, what happened? What do you do? Like,
It's like they add like a seasonal boss. You can farm that to get the gear and all that flat
yeah,
up
because it's
to
not like
it.
PoE where you have to go through the whole story again and everything, right?
No, oh, thank God. If I had to play through the story every single fucking season, oh, I would not. I would not. That's that
I
keeps me
wouldn't
away from
mind
Path of
doing
Exile.
that as long as I had somebody else that was playing with it. We're just talking shit the entire time.
If I had to do that's what keeps me away from Path of Exile. I I've played through that story a few
I didn't
times.
mind it the second time around, and then I realized like I pretty much not perfected, but got my build to a point where I'm not like unkillable, but like I'm tanky enough to survive, but I'm not like a pull
Yeah,
noodle. And then after that, it's kind of like there's not really much to to do after here, because that's kind of my fault for not playing a very like fancy class. I'm literally playing a freaking what was it? Cyclone
yeah,
Barbarian.
yeah. Good old, good old.
Like my entire build
Barbarian.
is just turning into a Beyblade and just running into shit. So I guess that's on me. But
I mean, Cyclone's fun, but that's what keeps me away from Path of Exile. They need to make it so we can skip the fucking story.
it's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I mean, it keeps me away from it. I can just imagine how many other
It's a free to
people it
play
keeps
game.
away
You're
from
gonna
it.
spend money on it anyway. So
Technically, yes, it's free to play, but yeah, you're encouraged to buy stash tabs if you play Path of
yeah,
Exile.
if you want to commit to it, I reckon if you play like me and you play through it twice, you don't need to spend anything because you've had
No,
your like the amount of time I spent on it. It was like I don't know how many hours actually I spent on it, but it was a sizable amount. Like more than like a say a $40 game on average would last, right? But
yeah,
if you want to actually if you have that genetic I don't want to say impurity, but anomaly, I guess, where you like that kind of thing, yeah, I mean, go for it. But that's with every game. Like you can say the same for like Dota and stuff
yeah,
like that. If you're playing Dota, eventually it gets to a point where you're just like, yo, I need skins, otherwise people are gonna hate me, even though it doesn't make a difference on how I play.
yeah,
But there's a certain
yeah.
amount of investment into it. So
That's true.
it's like on the like if you look at it the other way, right? If you're enjoying it for more than the average amount of time that the normal person will play it, then it would make sense to spend some sort of money on it just to support the development of it.
Yeah, yeah,
I can understand that. It's not like mobile game level where it's just like, hey yo, the day on the calendar changed. Here's like 15 new offers for you, and then they're all discounted even though they're the same price every single day. So you get 20% off the price, and then all of a sudden people are going into, you know, home loan level debt. Just trying to get Kafka E5 on day one, you know?
yeah.
At least it's not as malicious and, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Diablo for me, it's kind of like New World, where if it looked like it was improving and it looked like it was going to be fun, I'd probably get it. But to me, it hasn't looked any more fun than when it released. I'm just not
Yeah,
interested
that's
in it.
fine.
Although, like Last Epoch, I've heard very good things about.
Last Epoch is pretty good. That's actually releasing late February.
So I mean, I'm
Going towards
contemplating.
1.0.
Is it fully released yet? Or...
No, full releases in late February.
I'm contemplating like maybe when it fully releases, I'm trying it. You know.
It it's actually pretty. I mean, I played it a while ago. Like, when did I last play it?
I mean,
I played
I know you
it.
enjoyed it when you played it, like
Yeah,
a little while back, but I'm sure they made improvements on it
played it back in
since.
April of last
Yeah.
year, and it was fun back then. So I can only I can only hope that it's gotten better over time.
Mm. Because
But yeah,
it's kind of worrying, especially from like a content creator perspective, that the idea of latching onto one particular thing is terrifying.
uh,
And
uh, yeah,
like I want to do variety stuff, but at the same time, it's just such a I have to go into it with like the same mentality we went into with Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. Like I have to have like no expectations and just
yeah,
enjoy everything that's good and just laugh at everything that's bad for me to be able to enjoy it. Because
yeah,
there's so much overhyped garbage right now, and it's kind of like how do you how do you even find enjoyment out of something when most of the stuff that's coming out is literally designed not because not for you to have enjoyment but to make money?
yeah, yeah,
So that's what I'm struggling with right now. Because this is like it's rough when I'm thinking like EFT's looking pretty good.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Because despite all the problems that EFT has, it doesn't try and milk me for everything that I got every second of the day. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like I pay for an account once, and unless I'm cheating, I don't have to pay for another one again. Like
true.
for me, if Stormgate's bad, then my faith in the gaming industry is pretty much all dead. And I will.
That's a good point. What if, what if it is bad?
What if it is bad? Look, I don't even want to. I don't even want to fathom the possibility of that occurring because I just don't want to be like. I don't want to be like, number 16 on the PAL deck, freaking depresso, chugging down coffee, just trying to get through the day. If that happens,
Yeah,
like, I am. I'm probably on my sixth tank of copium and hopium right now. That it's good, and from what I heard, it is good. And
yeah.
I'm just like hanging on to that and kind of like going into Delulu territory as far as yeah, my hope for it. Because if it's bad,
Hmm.
it's like what do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go to like Rainbow Six Siege, like well, Valorant,
I mean,
like
you could just stream Dota.
I could just stream Dota and just be miserable the rest of my life. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't think I can commit to like competitive games anymore. Because competitive games brings out a demon in me that's not worth bringing out. Because first of all, my skill level is not anywhere near where it should be to just be even capable of being competitive. And second of all, when I'm being competitive, it's not fun. Like, it is a different level of purpose when you're playing competitively compared to when you're playing to have fun. Like, there's the ranked button, and then there's the unranked button. One is the fun button, and the other one is why am I here? Like, there's a reason I'd rather play against bots.
Changes. Depending on the person, that button changes.
Depending on the person, the button does not change. Depending on the person, neither of those buttons have fun.
That's also true.
The one thing about Dota, right, is I've never not had fun in unranked. Because when I play unranked, I'm already in this mode where I don't care. And whatever happens, happens. And I'm just doing whatever it is as an experiment. I'm literally doing this for science. Which means that if someone's like yelling and screaming on the microphone, it means that they care too much, which means I have a target now, right? Because you can only hear the people on your team, right? So if he's flaming the shit out of you, you have a new objective because it's unranked. Before your objective is ranked, which means you have to win, right? But if it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, you have a new objective. It gives you purpose in the game, right? So if this guy's mad at you, it just motivates you even more to give him a reason to be more mad at you, and then the more mad he gets, the more fun you have, right?
God damn it.
Whereas in ranked, everyone's just like trying to work towards a collective goal, but they don't know how to work as a team, so it just goes to shit. It's like picture having 5 people that know what they want, but they don't know how to get it, and they're trying to get other people to get it for them.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what ranked is. That's why I don't play ranked with solo anymore, because it's just like, I'm just watching 4 idiots just bang their head into the wall and say, like, oh, but if you smash your head in at this angle, it will work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there, like, standing by the door to get to the other side of the wall, and they're just standing at the wall, smashing their heads in it, and trying to say, well, this is the way you have to smash your head into the wall to get to the other side. That's what it feels like playing solo ranked. But at unranked, it's just like, hey guys, what's up? And then you have, like, 3 outcomes. It's like, hey man, what you doing, bro? Oh yeah, nah, dude, I'm just freaking smashed, eh? Like, I don't even know how to play my character. That's option 1. You get those guys. And then you get the freaking guys who barely speak any English. Their microphone volume is way too loud, and it sounds like a freaking jet is landing inside their room every time they try and talk.
Oh, I know that exact sound. Yep. Okay.
That's option 2, and usually you mute those guys at the start, and that's your target for the rest of the game. You try and get them pissed off, and your score rating for that is usually like pings per second. So like the more times you get them to ping a certain area,
pings per second.
the better you're performing, right?
Yeah.
And then there's the freaking unicorn, which is like, yo guys, it's alright, we're chilling, bro, we're chilling. Oh shit, dude, look at this guy, man. He's playing so well. Look at him. Dude, how are you so good, bro? The hell? The hell, man? Dude, this guy's cracked. Dude, can you teach me, bro? Like, you get those guys, like, 1 every 20 games. Yeah. And they usually, like, mix with option 1, because you have to be, like, slightly intoxicated or slightly higher to be in that sort of mental state. Like, no one's naturally that nice in pugs.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are your 3 outcomes in Dota. So, do I want to stream that as a main game? No, I'm good. I'd rather eat a cactus. It would be more entertaining, probably more productive and more nutritious and better for my mental health. Because at least I'd learn something and be able to act on it.
Yeah.
Whereas like Dota is just mindlessly, you know, throwing your brain cells at something that's not worth throwing your brain cells at.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason I'd rather play with bots. Because the average intelligence of the bots is higher than the average pub experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the amount of times we played against bots together in lane, and I'm actually losing the lane because they're playing better than the average person online. Like some
Yeah.
games where I go in there thinking like, oh yeah, he's gonna back off because he's, this is what a normal shit player would do, and he just keeps going and kills me, and then I die like 3 more times, and I'm just like, holy shit, we're getting dumpstered. And you don't know what's going on because you're just playing Lich, having the time of your life. But like,
Yeah. Yeah. Good
actually,
times.
that would be very interesting to me to do a field study on how many people like Lich, and see if there's like a Venn diagram like correlation between liking Lich and liking Diablo and ARPGs. I'll do a
Okay.
scientific study. How could you like the most boring, like just basic hero in the game and be like, yo, I'm having fun? Is this like Blizzard conditioning or like what's going on?
I don't know. I just enjoy it.
It just baffles me. It's like you walk into a room, it's like, guys, dude, I'm so excited to play a game of Dota right now. Dude, yeah, me too, bro. Dude, what are you gonna play? Oh, I don't know. I might play like Meepo or something spicy, like Lone Druid or something. What are you gonna play, dude? I'm really excited to play Lich. And then you just have 4 people just looking at you with like the freaking confused like, huh? You just really want to play Lich? It it
Yeah.
confuses
Nothing
me,
wrong with
dude.
that.
It confuses me. Like, props to you for finding something that you enjoy. I'm not going to try and take that fun away from you, but it's something I will not be able to understand. I think it's the same level of understanding that when people say, "How do you do Chaos Dungeons and enjoy them?" I think that's the level of confusion that I'm at when I hear you say you want to play Lich and you enjoy playing Lich.
Yeah. Like, how's that? No.
Because
Anyway.
like, I don't have a problem with it, because I'd have a problem with it if you say I really like playing Lich and you were absolute dog shit at it, but you're actually decent. That's why it's so freaking like confusing. Like there are so many situations where like a normal Lich player is like, oh, he's just dead, and then you like tra la la la, you walk out, and then like 4 people on the other team die. I'm just like, huh? And you have no point of reference because you actually don't play Dota. You only play against bots, so you're just like having the time of your life. You don't actually understand like what you're doing is not normal.
Yeah.
Like you have like less than 10 hours in Dota probably. I have like 10K hours in Dota, and it's
I
like
have 30
literally.
hours in Dota.
You
Okay.
have what?
But I have 30 hours, but like 20 of those is probably custom games, like custom maps.
I have 10K hours in Dota,
Yeah.
and 7K of those hours was ranked. So as you can see, my sanity does not exist.
Yeah.
And this is why it freaking breaks my mind when you get excited about Lich. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we're just weird, you know.
So kind of funny. It's like, but they're playing this and somehow I've out farmed you.
Yeah, that's why it hurts my brain. Because it's just like I'm sitting there. It's just like, yeah, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I got like 15 denies in lay. I got like 32 last hits, and I look over and he's got an axe, and I'm just like, huh? He's like pulling camps and shit. He's not even like stacking them. He's just pulling them, and he doesn't even get the last hits on half the creep, so he doesn't even get the gold. And he still pulls out a freaking axe out of his ass. I'm sitting here with like boots and a wand.
Yeah. Good times.
And I don't know if that's because you're actually playing well, or if I'm so washed that I can't tell how washed I am. Like that's why it's painful.
Oh well.
But then I played with the other guys, and I was like free farming like crazy. I played with the boys. I played with like Bingsu and Bangles and stuff like and
Yeah.
and and Pingu, and I was like my net worth was like Oprah level, and theirs was like middle class citizen. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it wasn't me. So I just don't know what you're doing. It's
Yeah.
it's it's the same thing as when you used to have purple accessories on your paladin, and I still see radiant, and I'm here sweating my ass off with like 5x3 relic, and I get freaking supporter.
Yeah. Good times. Good times.
Like, it feels like. Did you ever play Age of Empires when you were like young and you put it on like the hardest difficulty, and the
Yeah.
hardest difficulty doesn't do anything different from the second hardest difficulty, except it just gives itself resources every so often without telling you?
And it does.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I did not
That's
know
why
that.
they got so far ahead and they had more shit than you, is because it was literally adding extra resources every 20 seconds to itself and just making more shit because it had more resources.
Oh, that actually makes a
The
lot of
AI
sense.
wasn't any different. It was just like, I just got more shit than you.
Oh, that actually makes a lot of sense.
That's what it feels. That's what it feels like when you're playing it. It's just like, why, huh? This doesn't like mathematically in my brain. This doesn't work because I have like over 7,000 games of experience saying that this math doesn't check. I'm
That's
Asian,
true.
dude. I'm Asian.
That's
Am I doubting my mathematical capabilities, or is something
something
like,
that this math isn't mathing.
yeah, you know, and it's making my brain hurt. And the entire time you're
Um,
having fun. I'm just like, he's having fun, dude. He wants to play again. I was
uh,
only like, I was thinking like 3 cheeky games, and then off the bed we go, and all of a sudden the sun's rising. We're on game 13, and he's like, one more, and then I'm just like, I guess, like,
oh god. Hmm. Good times. Good times.
but that's not because dirt is fun, right? That's probably because you're paying. It's probably more because you'll play with people that you have fun with,
Yeah.
and that's why I won't stream Dota, is because I know I won't be playing with people who I will have fun with. Like, no one wants to watch
Uh,
that shit. People don't watch Dota to have fun. And if you do, salute. We salute you. You're one of the rare few.
hmm.
I think if I were to say Lost Ark dies tomorrow because the equipment update is ass and all the players quit and it's just over,
Yeah.
I would contemplate hard pivoting to Paleo.
Yeah.
Not because it's overly complex or anything like that. It's just because of the fact that I don't get stressed out playing Paleo.
Okay.
And what people don't seem to understand is when you're streaming, it's highly stressful. It's not like actively stressful. It's just, I'm not sure if you've noticed, like, when you stream as well, that you get this thing. There's just like random shit just worries you for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, my
Oh god.
microphone could sound fine for like 50 streams straight. I could change nothing. I could go into stream 51 and change nothing, and the microphone sounds exactly the same. And I'm gonna be worried that it sounds like ass.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that. Yeah. I know that feeling.
Dude, I was worried that chat was 1 pixel to the right, too far to the right today. Like, people
Really?
don't know that. I was like sitting there, like, is it too far to the right? Or I was like, I was sitting there like looking at it, internally arguing with myself about this shit, and it's just like, dude. But if I was playing Palia, I got like the chill music. It's like the closest thing to the Minecraft, the piano music in the background.
Yeah.
I got that just chilling, and I'm just doing whatever, and it doesn't matter because. And then
Yeah.
since you taught me that secret trick of how to do the fishing, you know, I don't have to like break half the stuff on my table and drag the mouse across the thing because I can just hold the mouse button down to reel the fish in.
Oh, because you were rapidly clicking it.
I was, because
Yeah.
that's what I thought you need to do. Because I thought fishing was an intense activity, not relaxing. Because, you know,
Yep.
it was like when we were playing Palworld. You know where we're going to go with this. And we've been playing for about 6 hours. And I was getting really
Yeah.
frustrated with the inventory management system because I kept on. I get super. I get
Yeah.
I
Okay.
get
Yep.
super OCD when it comes to like storage and stuff in games, right? Especially survival games.
Yeah.
And here I am organizing my boxes, putting stuff in my boxes. I was getting
Yep.
really, really just annoyed because I couldn't just shift all the stuff. I had to look at all the stuff in my inventory that was in the box and click on them to transfer them over. And then sometimes I move the wrong shit over and I get frustrated. And I sat there and I
Yep.
was just like, yo, initiative. And initiative was like, yeah. Hey, initiative, it would be cool if they added some sort of way to just like instantly transfer all of your inventory items to your storage, like they do in Lost Ark, so that if you have stuff in there that's the same item as the stuff in your inventory, it would just
Yeah.
transfer it over.
Yep. Yeah. That would be nice if they had a button like that. Turns
What
out they
happened,
do.
initiative?
Oh, I think my exact words were, "Oh, you just press R."
And then I went quiet for about 30 seconds and went to get a drink. And R is my most used button in that game right now.
Yeah. Good times.
Dude, I'm not very good at paying attention, okay? I'm grateful they added Shift G and I wish it was in a lot of other games.
Uh, oh, yeah. God damn it. How lot's fun.
The power is so much fun. Like I've slowly delved into the breeding, and I mean you know this from when we were playing Ark, so I I'm not as crazy about breeding as like Pokemon like levels of EV, all that shit, natures, whatever. I
Yeah.
used to be, but not anymore. I kind of toned down a bit, but the breeding of power is actually complex enough that you can get like really good stats
Yeah.
fairly easy. Like it's grindy, but not as grindy as arc breeding,
No. Yeah.
and you can get some pretty cool results as well.
Yeah, you
Uh,
can.
like the only thing I like more about the arc breeding than the Palworld breeding is the fact that you can get mutations that change the color of your dino and arc when you're breeding,
Yeah.
whereas you don't really get that in Palworld. But I'm sure they'll add something like that later.
Maybe. That'd be cool though.
Could you imagine they add like certain traits alter the physical appearance of your pal?
That would be cool.
Can you imagine like they get the clumsy trait and they have like a dent in their head?
That'd be cool.
And once again, I don't know why I'm using hand gestures, but sure.
Yeah. Uh, good times.
I
Good
said
times.
like a dent in their head and made like a dent shape in my head with my hand, thinking that you would see it.
Oh god. That's
I don't know,
brilliant.
I feel like the later I stay up, the stupider I get. And all the
Yeah.
scientific evidence seems to prove that that is indeed true.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all we've been doing this past 2 weeks. I can't fucking remember.
Have you been watching any
Since our
interesting
last.
shows?
Oh, I've started watching the solo leveling anime. Pretty good.
Oh shit, it's out.
Yeah, yeah. The first 3 episodes are out.
Uh,
Yeah, because I've read the manhwa, so I know, and
oh,
it's
he's one of
pretty
those
faithful
boys.
so
He's
far.
one of those boys.
Yeah, I I can see where they're going to. I can already see where they're going to end season one. So, but yeah, it's it's fairly well animated. It's pretty good. I would very much recommend it.
What kind of style is it?
What do you mean?
Like, what kind of animation style is it? Is it like Overlord style, or is it
Never
like a
watched it.
JoJo style, or is it like Chainsaw Man?
I haven't watched any of those.
Oh. Like, is it traditional animation, or is it like a newer style animation?
I'm not too sure. Oh, it was
So I'm gonna
anime.
probably watch
No,
it then. So, I mean, we
yeah.
watched a little while ago, a few weeks ago, well, maybe like a month ago or so. Oh shit, what I can't remember what it's called. Summertime Rendering, I think.
I've heard of that one. I haven't watched it though.
Dude, it was trippy, man. It was really good, but it was like trippy. Did you ever watch
Yeah,
like Steins Gate?
yeah, I did. I love it.
It had, you know how like the time travel in Steins Gate kind of got trippy.
Yeah,
Like this felt like an anime Groundhog Day on roids.
yeah. Okay.
Like he was like reliving, like he could basically like loop back to this like back in time, and he could like
Yeah,
change the outcome of stuff based off of information that he
yeah.
learned from the previous time, and then stuff like that. And it was just really cool because like the
Okay.
main bad guys were called shadows, and they basically copy a person completely and just imitate them. Like all they have all their memories, whatever, blah blah blah. When at the time that they were copied and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and it was like, it was really cool. Like it was very well written actually. And like there's this badass character. She's really hot and she's got big boobs, so that added extra points.
Fair enough.
And we've been watching Clone Wars.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I think we're trying to get through as much of it as possible in time for the new season of Bad Batch, so that she can cry. Because she's too emotionally attached to too many characters in Bad Batch.
Uh, yeah. That's going to be the last season of Bad Batch. I've heard.
I think so, yeah. So we're trying to get through that. We're up to like season 6 of Clone Wars, like episode 11 or something.
Okay.
So we only got like one season left and the rest of season 6 left. We binge watched the entirety of season 1 and season 2 of Vox Machina.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically in 2 weekends. So
Yeah. I'm currently halfway through season two.
yeah, she's kind of. We finished season 1, and she was kind of like, "Is that how our campaign was gonna turn out?" And then I was just like, "Yo, if you think season 1 was crazy, season 2 gets even like season 2 goes hard." And it's like, really? Like season 1 went really hard, and then season 2 happened, and it was a roller coaster of emotions for her.
Yeah.
So,
Oh
like,
god.
which episode have you gotten up to?
We just what they just got the vestige from that for that. So
Which
they're in the
the
they're
temple.
just leaving the water temple. They're just leaving there.
So that was after the. Well, you already know what happens, right?
Oh yeah, I do. I've watched the whole thing. Like
Yeah.
them, like
So when the zap happens, and it's like, wait, is she dead? And I'm just like, yep, she's dead.
yep,
It's like,
right
what?
then she is dead.
It's like, what? They can't just
Yeah,
kill her.
yeah,
And she was like freaking out.
yeah. That was power word kill. She was dead.
Yep.
I think it was power word kill. But yeah,
Yeah, she was 100% dead. Because I remember watching the clip of that actually happening in the campaign, the
yeah,
original campaign, and like you could see like it was like a oh shit moment,
yep,
which I actually forgot I was gonna show her that clip, and it would have been cool just like to see how like the original played out compared.
Where does season 2 end?
Season 2 ends with them killing the spitty
Order?
acid dragon dude.
Oh, it only ends there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Because
okay.
they I think it's like Umbrasil, and then they find
Yeah,
out that Keeper Yenin is like the other dragon bitch, and they want to go up against Big Horn Dragon dude. Well, I'm not very good with
yeah,
names, bro.
yeah. That's fine.
All I know is the guy who voiced the big dragon, the big fire dragon dude. He's the guy who was the like in John Wick and Destiny and stuff like that. But I think he passed away recently, so
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah,
they might have like delays based on replacing him with someone as well.
yeah, yeah.
Because he's got a very unique cadence and
Voice.
voice. So,
Yeah, that's good. And that's a good point.
but yeah, no, it was I already watched it beforehand, right? So watching it with her and like, stopping her from looking up spoilers constantly,
Yeah,
that was really good. So that was our progress because I think she says after Clone Wars, there's what's the other ones apart from Bad Batch? I think Rebels.
Rebels is good.
And I think there was one other one that before Bad Batch. I'm not sure. I can't remember because Star Wars isn't really my strong suit. So
That's fine. Yeah, there's been so many different animated shows. I lose track of them.
I don't know. It's all right. Like it's not horrible. I'm just not
Rebels
emotionally
is
in.
good.
I'm not as emotionally invested in characters. So like when a character dies, it's like I mean, I guess he's a clone. Like that's what he was. You know,
Yeah,
yeah, like and it's like, but it's
yeah,
sad. It's just like you do realize that these are fictional characters, right? Like she was telling me about some sort of Star Wars fan fiction. They named one of the clones Captain Lasagna,
okay.
and and apparently Captain Lasagna dies or something like that, and she like comes into the room one day and she's like, I was reading this fanfic on that, and Captain Lasagna dies or something, and she's like really sad about it, and it's just like they got Captain Lasagna. Like, how are you so emotionally invested in characters that don't exist?
Oh well.
Because it's like it's fine because you know something she enjoys, but it's just like I don't know, man. I think I got burned too much from Walking Dead that I just can't form like that level of trust with any other
Yeah,
show again.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Oh well.
But is solo leveling is solo leveling like right up my alley?
Oh yeah, I think you'll really enjoy it.
Wait, does he use a weapon? or is he just no weapon Andy?
Yeah, yeah, he uses a weapon. Yeah,
Is there a lot of combat in there, or is it?
there is.
Uh,
There will be a decent amount of combat.
Because like that, it was that and Doctor Stone, the second season of Doctor Stone that,
Okay.
and then it's just My Hero Academia left pretty much until like Bleach waiting room. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
is that this year?
I have no idea.
Because there wasn't a date, right? There was just like that weird
I don't think
freaking
so.
trippy trailer preview that
Yeah,
if you read the manga, you know exactly what's going on, and if you
yeah,
didn't, then you have no idea what's
yeah.
going on.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
So all the manga purists are out in force until it releases, and then they realize when it's animated and that Yoruichi pose gets snuck in there somehow, then they're gonna be like, all right, we concede for now.
Yeah. Oh god, when that pose gets animated, that's gonna be
I mean,
epic.
there's people who have already animated it, but when it gets officially animated, because let's be honest, if it doesn't get animated, people just riot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, you underestimate the power of cat girls.
That is very true. A lot of people do. A lot of people do.
Oh yeah, that's right. Speaking of cat girls,
Okay.
isn't Honkai getting an update soon that we're looking forward to?
Yeah, that's back within the next
What's the place called?
week.
Panacotta or what?
Hanakoni.
Yeah, close enough.
It it's short for penal colony because it was formerly a prison where
He
they
said
changed
penal.
it. God damn it! It's a place where dreams come. It's essentially
It's
like
Australia.
a
It's Australia. It's how the Japanese see
no,
Australia.
as a place where dreams come true.
Oh, so it's Vegas.
Essentially, yeah. Like
Because
think
it
like
looks like a giant casino area, which is
yep, think
great considering how much gambler is in it.
it fits the game perfectly. It
I
does.
know that's it's like China's just like we're cracking down on laws with gotchas and gambling. Also, China, we're releasing a new casino area.
But yeah, this new update, the things it's gonna do for it, it's crazy the things they're doing. It's
I
gonna
didn't
be
read up
very
on it, so
interesting.
I'm gonna find out from you secondhand and actually playing it like a day after it comes out because I'm gonna forget the patch day and then I'm gonna forget to check it. And I'm gonna check it on patch day, it's gonna say down for maintenance, and then I'm gonna forget to check it again until the next day, and then you're gonna be like, look at all the cool shit I got, and then I'm gonna feel bad, and I'm gonna sit there in bed for 6 hours trying to catch up to what you've done already because you had the entire day before me. And then I still won't get Black Swan, and I'll cry.
I mean, I'm gonna be streaming it when the patch
Oh
comes
yeah,
out.
I'm contemplating it as well, man.
You should, because yeah, from what I've seen of this patch so far,
The
it
music video is lit.
the music video was good. It was pretty good.
I love the people complaining that what's his name always gets cool cutscenes, and then like the girl character of the Trailblazer always gets like the shit weird ones.
Yeah, they do. They always get the crappy one. Like,
Like he's always
oh,
like the
let's get a
silent
good one.
cool dude. Like he's always the silent like Rizzler, and then she's just like, "Why am I even here? I'm more confused than March.
Yes, yes, that's so
What
true.
is happening?"
So true.
Because like I remember when the first trailer came out with the freaking giant garbage bin behind her.
That was
You
weird.
sent it to me, and you were just like, "What the hell is this?" And then the day after, literally the music video drops, and I was like, "This shit be banging."
I know, right? Oh my god, they know how to hype up a fucking patch. They
Yeah,
do.
they do. The animations and stuff like that, and the craziest thing about it is like the amount of Easter eggs that they put in the trailers that you don't know about until after their release. Like there's
Yeah,
some that are really obvious, and then there's some that's just like you don't even realize that they're there until like somebody goes and does an in-depth 30-minute analysis of
Yeah,
like 3 pixels of this trailer. That we're getting this particular, person in an X banner, blah 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 blah, because this star aligned with this star, and then Himiko said, "I'm gonna
yeah.
use my like." It's so, dude. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Really looking forward to this patch because
Yeah,
it's
I'm
the first.
excited
It's
for it.
the first new destination
Yeah,
we're getting.
because like when they released the Shenzo Lefu, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I streamed that, didn't I?
yeah, I think you did.
Because they had like the Moses arc where he splits the water, and it's like they had that music behind with the dude
Yeah,
singing, and it sounded like he was speaking English, and then you realize it's Chinese.
but yeah, yeah. But yeah, Honkai is in a really good state at the moment, and it just seems to be looks like
It's in a really good
but a
state, but
lot.
for some apparent reason, people say it's not. And then Genshin people are like, "What do you mean?" Do you see that meme where it's like we get 20 pulls on Honkai, and then Genshin only gets like one, and they're like crying?
Yes. Oh yeah. Like for the people that say Honkai is not in a good state, like they have not played bad games before.
Yeah,
Like they
Genshin
better.
was like the firstborn child. It was like spoiled to shit. And then Honkai is like the third or fourth child that's come down. That was like super chill, always well behaved. Parents loved him. Never made a mess. Never did anything crazy. Never cried too much. Didn't make too much noise. Always super nice and sweet. And the parents were just like, you know what? We're gonna give Honkai a PlayStation 5 for Christmas. And we're just gonna give like, I don't know, a packet of Twiggy sticks to Genshin or something. I don't know.
That's not wrong though. It's not wrong.
And Genshin's just being like a spoiled little shit because he had all these years of getting all these presents and shit, and getting all the awards, getting all the accolades, and getting all the pride and all the love from the parents.
Yeah.
Like doing so well that it convinced their parents to have more kids because it would be a good idea. And then they had more kids, and now that Honkai is the new like favorite child, Genshin's getting mad because they're like 9 years old and they're no longer popular anymore, and they're having like parental issues and they're being little
Yeah.
annoying. It's great.
Oh god.
I always enjoy it when like a community that like plays a game is shitting on another game within the same like developer space.
Yeah.
Like when Diablo players go at it with WoW players or something like that, it's always entertaining to me. Because neither side's gonna win, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
But does Genshin make more
oh
money than Honkai or no?
I think it does.
Is that just
I
because
mean
like time investment, or is that just
I think it is time investment, yeah. Because Genshin has the open world that you can explore, and then they're also adding like character skins in Genshin, where Honkai doesn't
but
have
then
character
we're
skins
getting
yet.
character skins in Honkai soon anyway, right?
We probably will be.
I thought we are getting
Yeah.
like March and Dan Hunk skins soon.
Uh, I, I remember seeing the image for that, but it turned out that was just promotional material for like a KFC promotion.
Ah, right. I don't know. I don't know. Honkai's doing something because they the thing is with Honkai, right? That a lot of these other anime games don't seem to if you take the Hoyoverse games in general,
Yeah,
they get the female characters down pretty much 99% of the time, right?
yeah,
But the more concerning thing is they get the male characters down too.
that they do.
Like I'm not saying I'm into Doctor Ratio. I'm just saying the dude looks good,
Does
for a
look good.
video game character.
Yeah, they don't mess with the character designs.
Like,
They really
yeah,
don't.
like that new healer that's coming. Was it Gallagher or something?
Yeah,
I'm actually down. I would love to have him on my team.
I know, right? He's like fucking bartender. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's like the cool bartender that's like got some weird dark backstory kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
The
All
other
the
guy, the
characters
other guy
look good.
that what's the other guy? Is he It's like the green and he's got like the green and gold patterns. I don't like him because he reminds me of one of the demon dudes from Isekai that looks kind of weird.
Okay,
There's you know how you got the demon lord in Isekai that has like the hands and shit.
I think so.
He reminds me of that dude. That's why I don't like him.
Okay. Huh. Fair enough.
But yeah, Black Swan, and then like whatever face is from Genshin, that's basically a carbon copy of that.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
the meme where it's
The
got like was it what's her name? Archelon or whatever?
Acheron.
Yeah, it's like show me the difference between this picture and this picture. And it's got Sealer on the next one.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
there's a scene it's a scene from The Office
Yeah.
where
There's no difference.
Pam gives like the two photos. It's like show me the difference between
They're the same
uh,
photo.
yeah, but like say so, something like upper management or something said there's like at least five differences or something.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
then it goes to the cutaway, it's just like they're the same photo.
Yeah.
But she's gonna be lightning, right?
I don't remember. I think so. Because Black Swan is air. Right? Black Swan is air or wind,
Wait,
whatever
Black
you want
Swan's
to
what?
call it. Black Swan is wind. Her element is wind.
Wait, wind?
Yeah, the Black Swan. Yeah,
But she's purple!
I know, but she's wind.
Why do you keep doing that? They made freaking Budget D look like not fire.
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to like run a wind mono? Actually, no, that's not too bad because she can replace Sampo. Sampo's wind.
Yeah. Uh,
Because you go
Acheron is
Topaz, you go
lightning.
Topaz, Kafka, and you go Topaz, Kafka, and Black Swan,
Yeah.
and then
She's
you could probably
wind
go.
nihility.
What was that?
She's wind nihility. So she's like high AoE damage.
Yeah, so it's like you swap her out with Sampo.
Yeah.
The Sampo's wind Hillary, but he's purple. The other purple, the shit purple.
Yeah.
But apparently he's been in a lot of the trailers, so he has some
He
involvement with
had
the story.
he has been in a lot of the promotional material. Yeah. Which makes sense because, like, when you first meet him, like, there's more to him than that we know. Like throughout the story of like Bellabog,
Oh yeah, for
there's a lot
sure.
more.
He's sus as shit. But like, it's kind
Yeah,
of cool that they have a casino area with one of the sussiest characters in the previous area.
yeah, yep, yeah. But yeah,
I'm actually
I'm
gonna pay
excited.
attention to the story this time around because I think it's gonna be cool. And I feel like the distribution of male to female characters this time around is a lot better. Like before, it was
Yeah,
just like waifu bait, and now that they have money, it's like goddamn. Because we
yeah,
had like Dan Hung and Blade, and then
yeah,
we got the redhead dude, and we got Doctor Ratio. But and we had what's his name, the commander dude.
Oh, Genuine.
Yeah, because the little shit with the swords is in the regular banner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like
Honkai.
the roster of male characters isn't as good compared to what it looks like in this new area,
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
yeah. That's fair.
Like, I'm actually excited to get Gallagher.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have this. I'm not sure if you've noticed this, but for some apparent reason, like I have no interest in being a bartender whatsoever, right?
Yeah.
But for some apparent reason, my default when I build stuff in like building games is like I build like a tavern sort of like bar area for some like that's like my default every like even in Palworld you see you know in my base there's like that random bar area at the back next to the
Yeah.
production lines.
Yeah.
That's like my brain is just like default to like I have to build like a little bar area somewhere. So I see like Galaga and I'm
Oh,
just like okay I can't build in Honkai and it's the closest thing I'm gonna get. I'm excited.
fair enough. Oh god. But yeah, like Honkai is looking very good in the next
Yeah.
few months.
I was skeptical
Um,
about getting into it at first, and you were like, "No, you should get into it. You actually enjoy it." And I'm just like, "I don't know," and now I regretted it. So
yeah. Oh.
like I get excited to check my my Honkai dailies. Like when the
Yeah.
missus wants to go shopping or something, like it's like, dude, this is sick because I can do dailies while we're wandering around.
Oh shit. And it runs really well on the phone as well. It
Dude, I
runs
have it on
really
like the
well.
lowest settings just so my phone doesn't turn into a freaking heater.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, Honkai good. Honkai's good.
Honkai good, Diablo bad.
I wouldn't say Diablo. Diablo okay. Honkai
Diablo
good.
okay. No, no.
Yeah.
Honkai good, Diablo okay.
Yeah. It's 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 okay.
Okay.
But yeah,
How's the Diablo patch been? Okay.
pretty much. Yeah. It's been
Yeah, that's
okay.
pretty much it, dude. Is there anything else?
Yeah, there's no, not really. I think we've kind of covered everything.
We got. I mean, we still have to organize when the next D&D session is, but at least
Yeah, I've got to.
hopefully by the
I've
time
got to
we do
set
the
that up.
next podcast review,
I've got to
we'll be able to talk about our D&D escapades.
hopefully that would be
Also, this
that
will
would be ideal.
be
But
the
we'll see how
next
things
D&D
go.
session will be um Quiet Night's first D&D session on her new PC as well. So,
That is true. Yes, it is. That's a
so
good point.
there is a chance that a cat will disrupt the immersion, but it is fine.
Don't worry, we already have cats. We already have a cat that disrupts the emotion.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, like I think that's about it.
That's about it for now. Gonna stream this week, do some Lost Ark raids on Thursday and Friday. And then
I'm
Wednesday, we're still up in the air.
I'm wanting to stream more, but with how fucking hot it's been recently,
Well, how hot
it's
is it right now?
uh right now it is
Like during the
25
day,
degrees.
like on peak, how hot is it? Are we looking like in the 40s or?
Uh, not quite 40s, but the last like the last week or so, we've been like 35, 36, but we've also had like 70 to 80% humidity.
See, I have the advantage of it doesn't matter how hot it is outside because we have the air conditioner that is literally like I'm wearing track pants and a jumper right now.
You also are in South Australia, which is a lot cooler.
No, no, it's been really hot the last week, like mid 30s, dude.
What is really?
Yeah, we get it too. Summertime is hot in South Australia, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I go from wearing like track pants and a jumper to t-shirt and shorts really quick. I feel like Superman. You know when he changes from Clark Kent to the outfit
Yeah,
because
yeah,
like once I leave my room or leave the house to go to shops, it's like you know when it's really hot and the road gets like the weird ripply effect kind of thing.
yeah.
It's like that in front of me. It's not even the road. It's like really warm. And then I come back inside, and all of a
Okay.
sudden my nuts are like shrinking because it's so cold because the air conditioner is like just blasting away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have to worry about that heating up. I got a bottle of juice from the shops that was room temperature, and then I had it on the screen. And
Okay, so I'm gonna ask the sticky croissants. How are they?
it's very sticky. I'm not gonna get them again. I'll get the mini ones next time. It
Okay.
felt weird because like I was chewing on them and it was like sticking my teeth together. Like you know when you give a dog peanut butter and they're like struggling? I felt like that.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
It wasn't
Oh.
great. I still ate them because
Still. Yeah. Yeah.
but I probably wouldn't get them again. No.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Well,
been raining the whole time when the podcast. So
I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine
basically,
at some point. It is summer,
yeah,
so
yeah, it's projected that like mid-30s for the rest of the week. That's gonna be
yeah.
fun.
But eventually you'll hit that wave where it starts to cool down again.
Yeah, and not like that's gonna be nice when it does cool down.
I mean, best case scenario, you can get like a frozen peas from the shops and just sit on your computer for a bit.
Yeah, that is an option. But yeah.
Well,
Anyway, I think that's about it.
yep.
Anything else you want to bring up?
No, I'm
Talk
good,
about?
man. I'm good. We literally just hit 2 hours, so it's like perfect, dude. If you don't count
Yeah,
the other
well,
2 hours before that. So,
that is also. But they don't need to know about that.
oh, they do now. It
Any
is what it is.
Yeah, I want to thank everyone for clicking on this video today. I hope you all enjoyed. I am Initiativ. You can find all my links down below the video.
And
Yeah,
I'm not Initiative. And you can find some of my links below if I remember.
goodbye.
Peace.